Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again with the best Golem deck in the history of Clash Royale. This is extremely unfair. You go for a Golem in the back, you hit him up with the Night Witch and the Clone as per usual, and then when your units die, you give your Skeleton King more souls that throw back more skeletons at your opponent. Eventually, your opponent is just going to get completely surrounded by skeletons with no way out. So let's go jump straight to some games, assert dominance, and make everyone rage quit. I upload daily videos on the channel, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss out. And a huge thank you to everyone that's using creator code SIRTAG to support the channel. All the money goes directly back into the videos, making this channel possible. Hey, we got another one here against Apu. What is going on, dude? I thought you were Appa from Kim's Convenience for a second. Or Appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender, but no, it's Apu. Never seen that name before, ever. Oh, double spawners. You are a dirty and filthy sir. You are not someone that I should be nostalgic about. You know what? I'm going to Skeleton King on the other side. And every single time a spawner dies, it will give us a new life. It will give us a new bit of value with the Skeleton King. I wonder how good this is going to be. If I Skeleton King ability early on into a Mega Knight, is that going to work out? I should be able to kill the Mega Knight. Yes, sir. I want to 3-crown you so bad. I deserve it. You're running the dirtiest double spawner deck in the existence known to man. And we have a plan. We're not letting it work for you, dude. I wonder if I can Flying Machine and 3-crown you. There's a high chance, because remember, he just fireballed. There's no way, right? There's no way you're stopping the Night Witch spam. There's no way, bro. It's happening. Double spawners is destroyed. If you don't know, now you know. If they go for double spawners right at the start, you Golem, you go opposite lane, you use the Skeleton King ability, and it's impossible for them to stop. Because they'll use their spells to eliminate that, and then they won't have anything for the Clone, because who expects Clone with Golem and Skeleton King? Not many people. Hey, we got a game against Thiago. What's going on, my dude? So you already know, whenever I have the mini P.E.K.K.A move and groove emote, we got to spam that as much as possible. So then our opponent's like, hey, he's moving, he's grooving, he's making it happen for the memes. Also, I could have Golemed right on top of the bridge and then made sure that the fisherman pulled it closer to the tower. It's still going to work out wonderfully for us. Usually, they're not going to have log when they have Rail Giant, but he's got log. Dude, are you kidding me right now? 99% of the time, studies have shown that your opponent will have Barbaril. But this guy, he was able to stretch the extra mile with the log. Also, without Fisherman and Cycle. Dude, how are you supposed to stop this? The Mother Witch is not going to be able to break through the bats. These bats are going to be able to kill the Mother Witch, I think. This is hilarious. We're going to take the tower right into the Mother Witch. It doesn't even matter, dude. That's beautiful. It's sensational. Even if your opponent has the traditional best counter in the game with Fisherman to pull your Golem and Mother Witch for all of your cloned up stuff, especially skeletons, it doesn't matter. You'll love to see it. So I fully expected him to Rail Giant there because he did have counter push and he feels like he needs to. I wonder if I bats. That might be a good decision. I could Golem in the middle. We're going to have the Skeleton King still alive. I really want to Golem in the middle. I really want to Golem in the middle. I don't know if it's the right play. I'm going to do it anyway. You know what? You got to be bold. You got to jump on the cold. You got to do what your mama always told you never to do. I have to make this happen. It's my destiny. I'm going to Skeleton Army here because it kills the Mother Witch. Look at the stupid Mother Witch. It's targeting the Golem instead. I think this is going to work. I believe it's going to work. You got to believe in your own creations, guys. Your crazy creations, they will actually come true if you believe in them long enough. I'm going to Skeleton King ability. I don't know if it's going to do much damage, but it will force out some extra elixir at least, bare minimum. Wow, it's going to do a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, am I going to 3-crown? Am I going to 3-crown? No way. No way. Oh my gosh. Dude, I was questioning if that was going to do anything. It straight up 3-crowned him. What? Yo, that was a Skeleton King on his last leg. He barely had any hit points left over, and he still 3-crowned our opponent. You'll love to see it. Hey, so jumping into this game against Caleb Gamer. Dude, are you ready for the Golem spam? You're probably not. So generally, this deck works a lot better in double elixir, which no Golem clone deck ever does, but this one operates a bit differently. I can go for a Golem in the back because I have Skeleton Army, and he's showing that he's got a fast cycle deck, so I believe that he'll spam stuff into his Skeleton Army that he shouldn't be. There's a high probability that he's got a Firecracker, Hog Rider, Earthquake deck since we see Fire Spirit and Ice Spirit type of shenanigans. He's only got Fire Spirit and Skeletons, but, you know, you guys already know that it's going to be that deck as we anticipate. If you just arrow away the Firecracker and you have a Night Witch on the board, you already know that this is, like, amazing for us. This is the strategy. You arrow it away, you keep your Night Witch alive, you clone, and you collect your free win. That's why I think that Golem Clone, even after the nerf to Golem, is still absurdly strong. One of the best decks in the game that all the pro players are playing is this Firecracker, Hog Rider, Earthquake deck. And it doesn't do well against Golem with arrows ever. So you guys already know that it gets a little bit worse for our opponent as we start to play this better. If we Skeleton King in the back and we go in for a Skeleton Army on the other side, we eliminate the Firecracker, that's where it becomes hilarious. So I'll show you guys this one time. He will never want to play this game again after this. The skeleton army dies, right? That's fine. That's okay. All we have to do is use the skeleton ability. We have the bats devour whatever spam he does on the other side because he can't firecracker there in good faith. And then the firecracker isn't available to finish off the bats in the left-hand lane. The skeleton king is tanking. We do massive amount of damage on both sides, and I almost cycle back to a second ability. As you guys can see, this game is already won, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to go him in the back, and we'll just win this one.
Here we go again.
There's more skeletons where that came from, buddy. I'm sorry. Look at how many skeletons I spawned. That is disgustingly strong. Hey, so getting into this one, we're going to figure out what our opponent's got. It is always better to build up massive pushes with your Skeleton King and Golem. So I'm going to go him in the back because he already used this building. That thing is going to expire, and I don't even know if it's going to be on the map anymore by the time that I go for the Skeleton King graveyard with the Golem. I'm super stoked for this matchup. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that he was able to have a Fire Spirit with a Rail Giant. That gave him a lot more value than traditionally. I could maybe Skeleton Army behind the Golem and force out Elixir that way. Oh, wait, the Inferno Dragon locked onto the wrong thing, and then he Bar Barrels. Wait, this could work out really well. This could work out super well. I Skeleton King ability when I'm very close to the tower, and then I arrows, and I kill all of those stuff spammed. I don't know if he can stop the skeletons on the left-hand side. Let's go, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we waited to the last possible second, baited out a Firecracker, and then used our ability when we were on top of the tower. That worked out really well for me, and we are currently up in the game despite him having a marvelous start with the Fire Spirit hitting every single one of my bats. Wonder if he's going to be able to hit all of the bats again with the Fire Spirit, or if we can cannibalize the RG with only one hit on our tower. I take that trade any day of the week. We'll definitely snag that secure damage from the bats too. Wait, does that put us back in business? Not quite, but one thing that I've learned with this deck is sometimes you don't even need to go in for spam with the Golem. Sometimes you can go in for the Skeleton King in the other side and then use your skeletons from your skeleton army as well in conjunction together, and it works out extremely decently if your opponent doesn't have a Goblin Cage or some way of pulling everything to the middle. So well played on his end. I'll go for a Flying Machine. Should be able to snipe the Inferno Dragon, and at this moment I want to start stockpiling a Golem Parade Push in the back, because the Flying Machine is going to make sure that he can't go for a Rail Giant immediately. We'll see what he wants to do. He's going to Skeletons instead. Smart decision, my dude. You know what? I applaud that. If you're going to go for Skeletons, stop the Flying Machine and not overspend. You're playing extremely well, sir. Okay. So I need to go in for a counter to the Firecracker, but I want to wait to see if he stockpiles more stuff. So I'm not going to hit the tower here with the arrows. I'm going to hit all of his units if he starts to cycle one more thing there. Wow, really good lightning on his end, not going to lie. Got to give credit where credit is due. But now I think we can Skeleton King. Skeleton King ability soon, right? Skeleton Army here. That's here. Arrows afterward, and then Skeleton King ability, and Thrive. This is our moment to shine, baby. Let's go, Skeleton King. You know you got it. Even if your opponent is going to go in for a Bar Barrel, you get Skeleton spawned afterwards, so the ability doesn't matter. It literally just, it doesn't care. It looks at your opponent's log. It looks at the opponent's Bar Barrel, and you're like, yeah, you know, it's really cool if you're able to have a permanent log rolling all over the map. But that Bar Barrel, it's a one-hit wonder, and its time has come. GG, well played, and peace out. It was a pleasure playing against you and asserting an undeniable amount of dominance. This deck is so much fun to play, and even if you get bad starts where a Rail Giant's able to get, 1,000 damage at the start, you can always bounce back and come up with clutch wins. Hey, we got a game here, so you guys already know, we love Golem in the back, but I wanted him to make the first play and cycle stuff into a Skeleton Army if possible. If he's not going to do it, I'll go in the back whenever I have Skeleton Army and Bats in my starting hand. Usually this deck actually operates way better in Double Elixir, so I like getting there because the Skeleton King is able to thrive with way more skeletons on the map, and then your opponent just doesn't even know what to do. But it's okay. It is what it is. Maybe we can Bats here and then Flying Machine and counter it that way. It's going to be difficult because that Mega Minion is not something easy to assassinate, especially when he cycles it in the back like that. So I'm going to Skeleton Army and then I'm going to Bats. Really hope I don't get arrows. He should arrow me. Yeah, there's the arrows coming down. But I also have my own arrows. Working a lot better than I thought. Wait, we're chilling. Skeleton King, do the dirty work. Do him dirty. Oh, this is awesome. I'm able to arrow and then Skeleton King ability. I think it just locks onto the tower because there's no way for him to kill it. Skeleton King ability is thriving on top of him. That's what I'm talking about. You have the Golemite's tank, and you just know the game's over. He's spamming well played so sarcastically because he hates this deck. That is what happens to everyone. When they see a stupid Golem clone deck with a Skeleton King, they lose their towers faster than they even know what happened, and then they lose their mind shortly after. It's like Squid Games, guys. Their marbles, they're all lost. I'll definitely have to hit him up with another Golem here. Usually with Golem clone, you want to go into your opponent's Lava Hound. But I don't even think it matters with this deck. I genuinely think that all of the rules that you guys know, all the preconceived notions, they don't matter. I'm just going to hit him up with the Night Witch. Flying Machine again on top of the Lava Hound. I don't even know if he has an answer to this. It's hilarious to think that you can 3-crown people and you are playing in the incorrect method of not even trying to defend against the Lava Hound. I'm going to clone this because I want the Golem to explode on top of the Skeleton Kings. Or not the Skeleton Kings, the Skeleton Dragons. I'm sorry if I offended you, Skeleton King. You deserve way better than that. Oh, wait. Watch this. What if I Skeleton Army with the Skeleton King and surround him? And then bats afterward. And then after he arrows us or my Skeleton Army dies, I just use the ability and I get more skeletons. Can I just play like an idiot? Is that how I'm allowed to play in Clash Royale? Yeah, I think it worked. I take tower. It doesn't matter. That's what's up. That's what's good. That's what I'm talking about. So you already know that he's going to try to spam into this, and I'm okay with it. I think that all I have to do is arrow, shut most of it down, and don't even lose my tower. Do I lose my tower? If I lose my tower, it's not the worst thing in the world because we have massive counter pressure. We've got a Golem coming at him. We've got Night Witch. We've got the bats. We've got the whole 9 yards of damage. Also, I don't know what you're doing here, but I'm loving it. I am loving it so much, brother. Keep spamming stuff that you're not allowed to. Keep doing it for me, sir. We've got a Golem. We've got the Skeleton King. We've got the memes. I'm able to clone up 3 skeletons or something like that just to stunt on him in BM and walk away with a W with these arrows, right? Arrows should take it. I don't know if I'm a bad person for BMing and cloning up 3 skeletons to see if I could take the tower, but you know what? It's fun, guys. It's all fun in love and war. I think this guy loves me after he plays against this deck. Hey, so jumping into this one, we have no clue what our opponent's got, but it doesn't matter. We've got the Skeleton King. He's ready to dethrone any of our opponents that decide to spam us, and I can get a very pleasant skeleton army to shut down all of those goblins. It's spooky to see the skeletons envelop all of the goblins that were green. They were bringing joy to the planet, making the world a better place with their green thumb. Were all destroyed in seconds by the savage skeletons. Maybe I can Skeleton King here. Since we see Ice Wizard in a bait deck, I think he'll probably have Princess. Yeah, he does have Princess. Let's go. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. But I can get a Skeleton King ability on the tower, and that might just win us the game. Yes, sir. Let's go. Even if you log, it doesn't matter. Even if you log, it never matters. The skeletons are still thriving. They're still striving for greatness, and that's most of his tower. Meanwhile, he did a ton of damage to my tower, too. So you got to wonder, was it a great trade for me? Maybe not, but it was a better trade than it was for him. So I'll go in the back, and we'll just keep cascading through with our value. And every time that he does that, I simply Skeleton Army. I shut down almost all of the damage, if not all of it, and we get counter push, too. So I'll take that trade every single day of the week. The bad thing is, he's got Ice Wizard. Ice Wizard that is trash card 99% of the time. But when it's playing against skeletons, if you don't have a fireball, it will sometimes make you a sad panda. Oh, please don't target the flying machine. Good boy. That was scary for a second. I was like, is that going to hit my flying machine with the Inferno Tower? I hope not. And he's going to Knight too. That's a lot of elixir that he spent. You know what? I think this is a good trade. Usually, your opponent will end up spending more elixir than that. But, you know, I didn't overcommit that much. So, it's fine. If I spent more elixir and I dropped like a Night Witch, he would have had to spend a bit more, but it would have been a bad trade for me. So I'm glad that I didn't spend more elixir than that. There's a certain tipping point that the skills favor your opponent if you keep spamming when your push isn't working out. But it's good. I'm able to get the Skeleton King ability up close and personal on the tower, force out the log, get more elixir too, because the skeletons are going to give us a lot of value if he doesn't respond to that. I wonder if I sack the tower here. Nah, it's okay. I can Skeleton Army again. Usually, Skeleton Army late is not the best decision, but I'll probably force out a Princess, and that's fine. So I arrows, or do I Flying Machine? Flying Machine will kill the Princess, and it will lock onto the Inferno Tower, so I think that's slightly better. I'm going to vibe with that for right now. I think he's going to Inferno Tower prediction. We're going to go bats afterward. Maybe we can stop the Inferno Tower. No, what? Oh, no, it did lock onto the bats. I was freaking out for a second. I was like, wait, what? That's illegal, man. That should never happen. All right, we're to clone. We can start to arrow away and then use the Skeleton King ability. Yes, sir! There's just way too much crap coming at our opponent. No matter what they do, it's impossible to defend this deck in double or triple elixir. Like, The dude had Ice Wizard in front of the tower with the princess. It still didn't stop us, right? Like, that's just dumb. I feel like it needs a nerf, and I feel like people are going to start to use Skeleton King with Golem way more than you're seeing right now. GG and well played to our opponent. But right now, guys, Golem Clone has evolved to the next level of dominance. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.